So just now we have seen like, so I have created a matrix with the name A. So what it has? It has four rows and five columns. And how the elements have been assigned? So this way, column wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like this. Column wise, by default, column wise, the numbers will occupy. But I don't want column wise. I want row wise. For example, I don't want this 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. I want like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So, how to do that one? So, in that case, a simple trick P, I am creating a matrix with the name P, my dot data, specifically saying four rows, five columns, by row equal to 2. This is the piece of code what you have get. So when you say by row equal to 2, you will get row wise, guys. Let us check. Right? See, we got row wise. So when I say by row equal to 2, we will get row wise. So previously, by default, it will be column wise. But if you want to get row wise, see this 1, 2, 3, 4, row wise, 5. So in order to get like this, what you have to use? You have to use this code. By row equal to 2. Fine, next. So if you won't use by row equal to true, what will happen? It will take by default columns. So I had not used the code by row equal to true. So what it is doing? It is taking column wise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Next. B of 2 comma 5. So if you see here 2 comma 5, that means second row, fifth column item. So second row, this is second row, fifth column item. So what we have to get? We have to get this 18 outside. Okay. So run it and check whether we get 18. Yes, we got 18 outside. Fine. Next, we have something called as R bind. Let us discuss regarding R bind. Okay. So R1 less than hyphen C of Mera Bharat Maha. So what is R1 here? What is R1, guys? What is it? What is R1?
मेरा भारत
मेरा भारत महान
मेरा भारत महान
Yeah, yes, it is there, guys. Mera Bharat Mahan, I know. But what is this R1? C of Mera Bharat Mahan means. What is it? It is a vector. Right?
Correct.
It is a vector which consists Mera Bharat Mahan. Okay, textual data within it. And R2, Namaste Bharat Hello. So it is a vector. R3, C of 1, 2, 3, it is a vector. Okay, so what we are doing, we are creating three vectors with the name R1, R2, R3. So first let me create these three vectors, R1, R2, R3. Yes, I have created three vectors. Now what I am doing, I am taking these three vectors and I am doing C bind. Okay, see, C bind means column wise binding. Okay, and what I am doing binding R1, R2, R3. Okay, please check how we will get that one. Correct. See, Mera, Bharat, Mahan, Namaste, Bharat, Hello, 1, 2, 3. So what you have to observe here is, guys, so listen to this concept carefully. So this is called as C bind. So we have three vectors. What are those vectors? R1, R2, R3. So this is R1, which consists Mera, Bharat, Mahan elements. R2. So this is R2. R2 consists elements Namaste, Bharat, Hello. R3, it consists elements 1, 2, 3. So what we are doing, we are taking these three vectors and we are doing C bind, column wise binding. C bind. So when I say C bind, what happened? This Mera, it is coming here. Bharat, it is coming here. Maha, it is coming here. In a form of a column, they are coming. And if you see Namaste, Bharat, Hello, in a form of a column, they are taking column wise. 1, 2, 3. What they are doing, they are coming in a column wise. Okay. So C bind, what we are doing combining. Okay, column wise, we are binding these three vectors. And then what we are doing, we are making a matrix. So when we have discussed regarding what is a matrix, what I told you, matrix is nothing but it is the combination of vectors. Okay, and matrix is a two-dimensional structure. So if you see here, here R1 is there, is it is a vector, R2 is a vector, R3 is a vector. So I combined this three vectors and what I did, I had made a matrix. So how I have combined the elements in the form of column binding. So Mera Bharat Mahan, Namaste Bharat Hello, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is how to take different vectors and combine. That is column wise bind. So you can do row wise also. So you may say that see, here I have, here I have Mera Bharat Mahan. So I don't want Mera Bharat Mahan column wise. I want row wise like this. Mera Bharat Mahan. So you can do likewise also. And Namaste Bharat Hello. 1, 2, 3. So how to do in order to get this wise, row wise, what you have to use is you have to use R bind. Okay, so you have to use R bind for that. Okay. So now let us do that also. R bind also. So Z less than hyphen R bind vector R1, R2, R3. So what we are doing? We are doing R bind. So when we did R bind, so can you if you see the difference between C bind and R bind. C bind you will get column wise. R bind you will get the vector row wise. Okay, here row wise. Here row wise. Okay, so here column wise R1, R2 column wise and R3 column wise. Fine. That is the thing. Next. So have you understood the concept? Please confirm with NS, everyone. The difference between
Sir.
C bind and R bind.
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Fine. Next. C1, one column 5. So what is one column 5? It is a vector. It consists of elements 1 to 5. Correct? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C2, -1 column -5. So what will get -1, -2, -3, -4, Okay. Next, what I'm doing, I'm combining C bind C1 and C2. So I'm taking this C1. C1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C2 is -1, -2, 3, 4, 5. So combine this column wise bind C1 and C1. And I'm naming it as P. See, like this we got. Suppose if you do the rim R bind, you will get like this. See, we got like this. So there is a difference between C bind and R bind. This is what you need to understand. Next. Charlie less than hyphen 1 column 5. So what is Charlie? Charlie is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now guys, if you see here what I am doing, I am taking a vector 1 column 5 and I am naming it as Charlie. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is the index of each and every element? So for example, we have index of every element. So index of 1 is 1, index of 2 is 2, index of 3 is 3, index of 4 is 4, index of 5 is 5. Okay, so this is index. Fine. So not only index case, we can have names also. As I told you, I can have instead of 1, I can have A, instead of 2, I can have B, instead of C, I can have 3, I can have C, like that. So what are these? These are index names. Okay, you can have index names. So what is this index names and other things? Let us come here. Now let us check for names of Charlie. Okay, so I need to see now. Because as if now we don't have any, we have not mentioned any index there. Now what I'm doing, I'm changing the names of Charlie. So what I'm doing, I'm naming names of Charlie. Okay. I'm assigning the names of Charlie. Okay. So now check Charlie. So this is how we got. Fine. See, so what I did here is I had given names of Charlie less than hyphen C of A, B, C, D. What is the meaning of names of Charlie means? Names means here index. Right? So index names, what I am giving A, B, C, D, E. So that is the reason one has an index name of A, two has an index name of B, three has an index name of C, and so on. Right? Now ask for names of Charlie. Okay, names of Charlie. So this is a function, guys. Names of ABC. Okay. So now if I ask Charlie of B, what can I get? What will I get? Charlie of B. If I run this one, what would be the answer? Charlie of B.
True, sir.
Okay. So what about others? Charlie of B. Following with me? I just said that they are names. So what will get if you call with that name? You are not confident, you people are.
True, sir.
Two. Okay, Pratap says two. What about Abhineshri? What is your answer?
Two, sir.
Two. Okay, let us check. Charlie of B. So that is right. So what we had done is we had given the names. See, two element index is B. Okay. Charlie of D, what will get? Four.
4.
So we got four. Okay. Now letters. So you know letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Letters one column five. So one column five means first letter to fifth letter. We'll get A, B, C, D. Names of Charlie. Just now we had given A, B, C, D, E. So now if you observe here, guys, what is Charlie? What is Charlie? Charlie is nothing but elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we had given? We had given a index names. What are the index names? A, B, C, D, E. Okay. So when I asked names of Charlie, we got A, B, C, D, E. Now I want to remove these names. I want to cancel these names or I want to delete the row names. So how to do? Use this code. Names of Charlie, just make it null. Right. So run it. Now check names of Charlie. See, we are getting null. So previous, when we had checked names of Charlie, we got A, B, C, D. After that, what we have done, we had made names of Charlie as null. And now if you check names of Charlie, it is saying null. Okay, so that is how to remove the names, whatever you have given. Fine. Next. Names of Charlie, less than hyphen letter 6 colon 10. Okay. So what we are doing exactly over here. Can you explain this code, anyone? Lalitashri, you there? Can you explain this? What we are doing over here?
We are giving the name of the letters from F2.
Hmm.
F2J is Charlie.
Okay, very good. So what we are doing? We are assigning the name. So what is 6 colon 10? Letters of 6 colon 10? It is something like F2J, I guess, right? So these F2J, what we are doing, we are assigning as the index names to the Charlie. Okay, so that is what we are doing here. So run it. And now check Charlie. Yes, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. And index names are F, G, H, I, J. Okay, that's good. So how to clear these names? Just use this code, names of Charlie, less than hyphen null, and then names will be no check Charlie. Okay, so now the names are clear. Fine. Next. Rip, rip, 1 comma 3. So what is doing rip 1 comma 3? What happens? Yesterday we discussed regarding this function rip. So that means you are not following the videos. What will happen? Rip 1 comma 3. Basha, Hussein Basha, what will happen? Kaushik, what will happen? Rip 1 comma 3. No reply from Kaushik.
I think it's replace. Sir.
Rip means replace.
No, sir. I don't know.
111
What it is doing, Sadiq?
repeating, sir, like
Replicating, very good. So what it is doing, so guys, you are not following the sessions. You have to go through the session at least once or twice. So rep 1 comma 3, what it is doing, rep is a function. So yesterday we had discussed regarding the functions, okay? So rep is a function which will replicate this one 3 times. 1, 1, 1. Rep a comma 3, what it is doing, a is replicated 3 times. Rep C of A, B, Z, Z 3. That means what happens? A, B, Z, Z, A, B, Z, Z, A, B, Z, Z. So what happening? A, B, Z, Z, A, B, Z, Z, A, B, Z, Z is replicating 3 times. Okay. That is what it is happening. So come here. Rep 1 comma 3. Correct. See. 1 is replicating 3 times. Rep A comma 3. A replicating 3 times. Rip C of A, B, Z, Z, 3. If you observe, this is a vector. C of A, B, Z, Z. This is a vector. We are replicating this vector 3 times. So rip C of A, B, Z, Z 3 times. Let's see. Now, rip A, B, Z, Z times equal to 3. There is a difference. Try to understand. Here, what we said, rip A, B, Z, Z 3. But here what we had added additionally times equal to 3. Rip C of ABZZ times equal to 3. So when we said rip C of ABZZ 3, this is how we got ABZZ, ABZZ, ABZZ. But when I had added this code times equal to 3, what will happen? Let us check. Alright. So ABZZ, ABZZ, ABZZ. Okay. Now, let's see here. Rip C of A, B, Z, Z, each equal to 3. So when I said each equal to 3, so how it is going to come? Let us check. So when I said each equal to 3, everything separately coming. A 3 times, B 3 times, Z, Z 3 times. Okay, so there is a difference between times equal to 3 and each equal to 3. Okay, to remember this part. Now, temp dot vector rip C of ABZZ times equal to 3. So what I am doing is, I am replicating ABZZ times equal to 3 times and I am naming it as temp vector. I am naming it as temp dot vector. Does that work? So ABZZ, ABZZ. Now, Bravo matrix temp vector 3 comma 3. So what I am doing here, if you observe carefully, is guys, slowly we are going in depth into coding. So you should go through the sessions as well as you should pay attention as well as. So if you see here, rip C of ABZZ times equal to 3. So what we'll get ABZZ, 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 ABZZ. Now what I'm doing, I'm naming this one as temp vector. This is temp vector. So what I'm doing, I'm taking this temp vector, and I'm making into a matrix. And what I'm specifically saying, I want 3 rows and 3 columns. And what I'm doing, I'm naming this matrix as Bravo. Okay, Bravo, less than hyphen, matrix of temp vector, 3 rows and 3 columns. This is what I'm saying. Come here. See, here I got that matrix. So how we got column wise? ABZZ, ABZZ, ABZZ. Okay. Now, Bravo matrix of temp vector 4 comma 5. Okay. So here there is a logic case what you have to understand. Okay. So what is that logic? First we have taken this temp vector. So this is temp vector ABZZ, ABZZ, ABZZ. Okay. So total how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are there. So these 9 elements, what we are doing, we are making into 3 rows and 3 columns. So that means 3 rows and 3 columns means how many elements? 3 into 3, 9 elements. It's okay. It has worked out and we are able to create a matrix. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking this temp vector, which is ABZZ, ABZZ, ABZZ. And this time what I'm doing, I'm trying to make it into 4 rows and 5 columns. So 4 into 5, that means 20 elements. Okay. So 9 elements I am trying to make into 20 elements. So let us see whether in our language it is possible or not. If possible, how it will happen. Okay. So this is what the thing we are going to see now. So now what I will do is, so this is Bravo 3 comma 3. So this is how it looks like. Now 4 comma 5. 4 rows and 5 columns. So ABZZ, ABZZ, ABZZ. So what happening? It is replicating. Means it is repeating. The elements are repeating. It is not throwing an error. But the same thing, if you want to do in Python, it will throw an error. The same thing, if you want to do in Python, it will throw a error. Okay. So that is the coding style, because I already told you our language is not meant for the programmers, it is meant for the statisticians. Okay. That is the reason why here it is executing, why it will not execute in Python. For Python, it will not execute, but in our language, that will execute. So what it is doing, it is repeating those elements and filling that 20 spaces. That is what happening. Okay. So that is the thing. And come here. V1. So V1, C of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is V1? V1 is a vector. It consists of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So V1. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to create a matrix from the vector V1, 4 rows and 5 columns. So 4 rows and 5 columns, and I'm naming that matrix as V1. Okay, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vector. Okay, now Bravo matrix temp dot vector 3 comma 3. See, this is Bravo. Names of Bravo. Okay, so names of Bravo means row names and column names. So it is saying now. Row names of Bravo. If you see, Bravo does not have any row names. So, no row names. No column names as well as. Okay. So row names of Bravo. So no row names, so it has to show a null. So null. Now what I'm doing, I'm adding, let us run Bravo. See, this is Bravo. So now what I'm doing, I'm adding row names to this one. So instead of 1, so if you see here, instead of this 1, I want to add this how? Instead of this 2, I want to add this R. Instead of this 3, I want to add this Q. Okay, so I want to give the index names. How are you? So how to give that name? Index names, row names. See, I had asked specifically row names, I said. Previously, when we are working with vector, what we had done, we had just given names. That's it. Not specifically told row names. Okay, so if you want to check, go through the recording and you can check again. Fine, so row names of paragraph. So what I'm doing, I'm making it as how are you. So now let us check. See, now row names become how are you. So if you check column names, so you don't have any column names. So when I check column names, we have to get none. Correct? See, none. So now what I'm doing, I'm changing column names to X, Y, Z. Check this barrel. So if you see here, we had generated row names as well as we had generated column names as well as row names. So you may ask, what is the need of generating these row names and column names? While you do exploratory data analysis, guys, for example, when you do exploratory data analysis, EDA, all you need to have specific row names as well as specific column names of your own. That is the reason you should know how to create your own row names and column names. Fine. So this is what the thing is. Now, Bravo R comma Y, which element we can expect? Krishna, which element we can expect? Bravo R comma Y.
B, sir.
Which one?
B.
B, R comma Y. So this B we will get. Okay, very good. So come here. Yes, we got that B. Okay. Next. Mahalakshmi. Bravo Y comma R. Which element we can expect?
B.
Yes, Mahalakshmi, please answer that question. Bravo Y comma R. Is there any row name with Y? Is there any row name? No. Is there any column name with R? No. That means it has not executed. There is nothing with the name of the index. See, we got it. Right, got it. Mahalakshmi, have you understood the concept? We can't hear your voice. Could you please answer it? Row names of Bravo. So what I'm doing actually, what are the row names of Bravo? How are you? So what I'm doing, I'm changing into tray 1, tray 2 and tray 3. Correct? So tray 1, tray 2, tray 3. Okay. So column names of Bravo. What I'm doing, so these are the column names X, Y, Z. So what I'm doing, I'm changing it to Nescafe Taj Mahal Group 1. That one. See, Nescafe Taj Mahal Group 1. Fine. So here the thing is, I want this column. Okay, so what is this? I want this column, Nescafe column. So how to get Nescafe column? So this is what we have to use. Bravo. So don't mention anything in the rows Nescafe. So what you will get all these complete items, A, B, Z, Z. On that one, A, B, Z, Z. Okay. Next, Bravo. Tray 1 comma Nescafe. Tray 1 comma Nescafe. So what we will get? Tray 1 comma Nescafe. Which element we can get?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, correct. We got the T outside. Okay. Bravo 1 comma 1. Which element we can get outside?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let us check. Let us continue. See. Yeah. So though what we have to understand is though we give row names and column names also. You can still retrieve by its index. This is what you have to remember. So you can retrieve still with that index. The number will not change, index number. Okay, fine. Next, Bravo. So this is Bravo. Observe carefully, guys. Everyone, observe carefully. See, this is Bravo. So these are the elements. So now tell Bravo, if I run this one, only this one, whatever highlighted in the red. So Bravo, Trayvon, comma, Nescafe. Which element will get?
A.
A, right? So we will get this A also. So what I'm doing, I'm adding a little bit extra to the code. What is that extra? Less than -0. That means equal to 0 in R. So what I'm doing, I'm taking this element, and I'm making it as 0. So what is this element? A equal to 0. That means what I'm trying to do, I'm changing this A value to 0 now. So what we have to get? We have to get a 0 all. Okay. So let us run that code and check whether we get that 0 all. Correct? We got a 0. So this is how we need to change the element. Sometimes in the real world, what happens? We need to change the names or we need to change some value. For example, if you want to change this ZZ to ZZ to YY, consider we need to change this ZZ to YY. So what we have to do? What is this value? Tray 3 comma Taj Mahal. Okay. So tray 3. And what is this? This is Taj Mahal. What is the value you want to change? You want to change it into YY. Okay. So run the code. See. This has changed it into YY. Okay. So that is how you can change the elements according to your wish. Fine. Next, row names of Bravo. So what is that row names? Tray 1, tray 2, tray 3. Correct? Tray 1, tray 2, tray 3. And next, column names of Bravo. So now I had made row names. So here tray 1, tray 2, tray 3. I want to make them now. So what you have to do is row names of Bravo less than -. So now check Bravo. We don't have row names. So you can make column names also now. See. Okay. Likewise, you can change row names as well as column names also. You can have your own row names as well as column names also. Okay. So that is the thing for today.